Thistle under my feet, dandelion weed. I am walking on these seeds. I am being just as careful as I can.
So I'm Kathleen Dunphy. I'm outside today at the Stanislaus River, just east of Arnold, California. It's a beautiful spot. I've painted here many times. I'm getting ready for my show that's called Ebb and Flow, Painting Nature's Rhythms. And one of the things that I just enjoy so much about plein air painting is the change of the seasons, and how a place that you've been to 1,000 times, when you go back for the 1,001st time, it's a different season, it's a different feel, and the painting can feel entirely different.
Seeds I sow well. Well, 'cause even if I don't, they're gonna keep on growing.
So as a painter, I've traveled many places to paint. For this show, I was up on the east side of the Sierras, as well as down at the coast, which is one of my perennial favorites, to get down to Carmel and Garrapatta and Pacific Grove to paint. And I always enjoy coming back here. It's convenient for one thing. It's just maybe about a half an hour from my home. But every time I come here, it's slightly different. The color of the water today is just beautiful. That green that's reflecting down into the water. I haven't ever seen it quite exactly like that. The water level is much lower than it was last time. When I was here in the spring, the snowmelt had just happened and the waterfall was booming and you could hear it roaring in the background. So there's always something a little bit different about this spot. It's comfortable, it's a nice place to be, a nice place to spend the day. And each time I come here, I discover something new about it that I hadn't seen the time before.
Well, 'cause even if I don't, they're gonna keep on growing.
Oftentimes in the winter, when the weather's a little bit too inclement to tough those chilly mornings, I'll set up in the studio with a hot cup of coffee and a vase of beautiful flowers to remind me of spring that's on its way. So many of my winter days are in the studio, at least in the mornings, doing a still life. And the still lifes end up being a nice break from being outside all the time and working on landscapes all the time. It's nice to just settle down, work on my drawing a little bit more, and work in a more controlled environment. Out here, the light's changing quickly. There's heat and mosquitoes and wind and everything else to contend with. And in the studio, with just some nice music and the flowers in front of you, it can really be a very meditative and peaceful time.
Will you share some sweet with sarsaparilla, like the color of the lilac or the scarlet of the sumac, and all the willow secrets?
One of the things I love about painting water is the fact that it's not just a flat surface that you're painting. It's not just the top of the water that you're painting. You're painting what's underneath. You're painting the dirt and the ground and the rocks that's under it. You're painting the actual water itself. You're painting the reflection that's on top of it, and then you're painting whatever leaves or foam or whatever is on top of that again. So it's a whole bunch of layers to create the illusion of water and the illusion of depth in the water. It's something I have been fascinated with since the first time I ever picked up a paintbrush, and I don't think I'd ever get tired of painting it.